How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Blue Shifting, and welcome back to Ace Academy. Fetch. I feel like it's been forever for me, because I went on a trip, and I recorded things, like, in advance. So, although I've been keeping my normal schedule, I just got back, and I'm also, like, I haven't even, like, been able to de-scraggle yet, but I want to jump in. I'm so excited. Hope you guys are excited, too. Dang. Yes. Especially if we start off with Yuna. She's so good. So yes, last time the big event was that Yuna was able to get us a interview with was it Warp Tech Technology, like Warp something. We'll find out. But we're gonna go for our interview. Literally, I am the face of our entire team right now, which no pressure, right? Just none whatsoever. This could decide our fate and what kind of equipment we can expect to have. It's okay. It's okay. If they know anything about us, it should work pretty well. And if they don't, I mean, I'm not the suave one, but I have intelligence. Intelligence, right? Of course I do. Alright, let's get right to it. Yuna is already waiting for me at the library. A tablet of the SBA logo is clutched in her hand. She smiles and breathes a sigh of relief when she sees me. Well, what, did you think I wasn't going to come?
Oh, good. You're still wearing your uniform. I forgot to tell you yesterday to wear it, and remembered too late to text you.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, I guess I should have known. I mean, it is an interview. Oh, I was so preoccupied on what I would say today that I forgot to think about what to wear. No worries. I knew what I was doing the whole time. I hope my voice sounds more confident than I feel. Oh yeah, that's totally confident. Yuna watches the waver in my voice. She places a hand on my shoulder. Aww. I wonder if she's that buddy to you, unless you've been like, doing stuff with her. The heat of her hand soothes my nerves, and I relax a little bit. Yes.
Okay, well, are you ready to go?
Yes I am. She starts toward the bus stop when I stop her. I could drive us. Aw, yeah! Her cheeks turn pink, but she grins widely. I'm immediately reminded of how her face lit up the last time she saw my bike.
That would be great.
Awesome. Ka-cha. Killing with the ladies. If only dating were that easy. I lead her to my bike and we both hop on with ease. Yes. No yanking her on like last time. Once she's settled, we speed off. Yuna directs me where to go and eventually tells me to go to the park tells me to park in front of an impressive building. It's narrow but shoots straight into the sky, cutting through the clouds. Oh boy. Not intimidating at all. As we walk in, a perky receptionist greets us from behind her desk. Oddly looks suspiciously like the office where I had to go get my parking permit, but we won't say anything.
Welcome to Warp Tech Corporation.
Warp
How may
Tech,
I help
yes.
you?
Yuna steps forward.
I'm Yuna Misaki from Ace Academy's SBA. We have an appointment with Mr. Takeda.
The receptionist smiles and gestures to the empty chairs.
Of course. If you'll please take a seat, he'll be with you shortly.
Excellent. I mean, I'm getting nervous, guys. Like legitimately, I don't want to mess this up. As soon as we take our seats, the receptionist types a rapid sequence into her computer, then drags the document from her monitor onto her tablet and disappears into the hall in the back. I glance at Yuna. She's meticulously going over her notes. Are you nervous? She thinks for a minute.
Not as much as I thought I'd be. Are you?
I'm either really nervous or really hungry. Nobody can resist these pearly whites. Or nerves are like feelings. They don't exist. Oh, really? I'm either really nervous or really hungry. My stomach's in knots. Yuna smiles encouragingly.
Don't worry, you'll do great.
Thank you, Yuna. Aw, she's so sweet. Her confidence helps ease my nerves, and I smile back. I'm glad I have you here with me. Feel the love. Feel the love, bros. Oh, gosh, we can't even stop. It just happens. It just happens, man. A blush creeps into her cheeks, but she seems pleased. Yeah, we just can't stop the flirting. Oh, man. The receptionist comes back and gestures for us to follow her. Her ponytail bounces behind her as she walks briskly down the hall and directs us into a spacious office. Oh, hello. He looks familiar. Why does he look familiar? I wonder if in post I'll figure out this, but he reminds me of an anime character. You know, I might be thinking of the character from Bakano. I think his name was Lucky. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be presented somewhere over here, and I'll be able to, confirm or deny whatever's going on. But anyway, portly. He's not portly. If he's portly, then well, never mind. A portly older man sits behind an old-fashioned mahogany desk. His jaws wiggle as he offers us seats. Definitely not. That does not match here. Which we both take. The walls are painted white, but only one wall has a translucent sheet with Yuna's SBA submission packet project on it. His chair squeaks in protest as he leans forward to greet us.
Miss Misaki, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Oh, he looks so happy.
Thank you for agreeing to meet with us, Mr. Takeda. I'd like to introduce my associate.
I'm Protagonist. It's nice to meet you. I love that name. I say it all the time, guys, but seriously, I love that name. I think it's going to be the name I put into every game from here on. He nods in my acknowledgement while Yuna continues.
He is here to represent his team at Ace Academy.
Good to meet you, sir.
And you are in need of a sponsor.
Yes, sir. He waves his hand towards the wall and shuffles the data on there.
As you can see, Miss Misaki did a detailed job of describing you and your team in your application. But I'd like to hear from you. Tell me about yourself.
Okay. I like long walks to go on the beach. What is there to tell? I kind of like the long walks on the beach. It's kind of good to be spontaneous, but now's not the time to be too spontaneous. Well, I've always had an interest in gear. I grew up in the world of gears, and I know from an early age that I wanted to be a pilot. While I studied at CINY, I began my program in piloting and earned top marks in all my classes. I recently transferred and tested into the pilot program at Ace Academy, where I'm pursuing my degree in piloting.
As a transfer student, that's not an easy program to test into.
Yeah. He sounds impressed.
Tell me, out of all your other options, why did you choose Warp Tech Corporation?
Here's where you gotta be. You don't lie. You don't lie in interviews. But you gotta know how to present the truth. Money, 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 money. You're the best around. It was an easy... Let me say that again. It was an easy decision. Warp Tech Corporation sets a standard for gear weaponry. I read about your latest announcement of the advancement in particle technology. Same output on the beam weaponry while reducing core usage by 15%. None of your competitors have made a breakthrough like that yet. Okay. Golden ticket number one. If you're going to go for an interview, you study about about what they are, what they do, what they offer, and especially how it pertains to you. That is gold, what I just said right here. That's brilliant. That's how you interview, like 101 or 201, I guess it's the advanced course.
There has also been some controversy over that release.
Some are saying using the technology will affect the longevity of a weapon, but there's no proof of that yet. I'd prefer to see the evidence than believe rumors. Yeah, oh, so smooth. He nods.
It's refreshing to see a young person keeping up to date with the latest releases.
Oh yeah. I think I detect a hint of approval in his voice. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Seriously. Wow.
Okay, and why should Warp Tech Corporation choose you? In other words, what sets you apart from the competition?
We're a breath of fresh air. My team's half women. I'm international. Okay. International, I mean, not really. Especially, honestly, I don't know for sure, but I've heard, especially if you're in Japan, being international, I mean, it could be a novelty, but I'm not sure if it would make your resume look much better. If anything, it could be harmful just because you may not know how to fully integrate into the company or into, like, the situation. Teams have women. I imagine most teams are half women. I mean, half the teams we've seen so far, most of them have had mostly women in them, so that's not really all that special. So we're a breath of fresh air. As a new team, we aren't so set in our ways that we stifle creativity. We're not afraid to try new strategies we think will benefit the team, and we're receptive to feedback. That's a good one. Receptive to feedback. That said, we're also acutely aware of our abilities. We work well together because we are upfront with each other, and not only about our strengths, but also about our weaknesses. And we use that knowledge to our advantage. Ooh, yeah, that's a good grin. I sneak a peek at Yuna, who looks pleased. Mr. Tadekia seems to appreciate my answers as well.
Well, I think I've heard enough for now. Miss Misaki, do you have a copy of your team's qualifier transcripts?
Yes, of course.
She flips on her tablet and flicks the document onto the projected wall. The interview seems to be going well. Glance at Yuna, who smiles encouragingly at me. Mr. Tadaki takes a quick glance at the file and frowns.
Your team is only ranked 21?
Yes, sir. He sighs and turns off the projection. Fetch! He only accepts top 10, doesn't he?
You seem generally passionate about your team and your studies, and perhaps if the circumstances were different, we would consider your candidacy. Unfortunately, Warp Tech only accepts teams who are ranked within the top 10 from Ace Academy.
I knew it! I called it! Son of a gun. I'm still processing this rejection when Yuna protests on my behalf.
Mr. Takeda, couldn't you make an exception? You said yourself that if rank weren't a factor, his team would be a strong candidate. A representation by you would make a significant difference in their growth and development, and their success reflects positively on you and your company.
I'm sorry, Miss Misaki.
She sold it good. I really don't think this interview could have gone any better. But placements. And it sucks because I really felt like we did a good job in our placement.
I do believe with skills like his, he will find a sponsor. Just not with us.
Oh.
Won't you even give him a chance?
Miss Misaki, I'm sure you understand the image that we have built and what would happen to that image if we stopped recruiting from the top 10.
From his point of view, I kind of get it, honestly. I mean, if they've had the cojones to be able to do that in the past, it kind of does. It would be very unprecedented for them to go for someone not in the top 10. And I'm guessing that even going for a top 12 might be difficult. Like 12th position would be hard. 21st, not gonna happen.
I thank you very much for your interest in us and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
And endeavors? It's endeavors, but okay. His voice has a hard edge of finality. He gestures towards the door, then returns his attention to his desk. Well, that really was about as best we could do. All pretenses dropped. Yuna storms out of the office while I follow calmly behind. Disappointment makes my feet feel heavy. Oh, come on, it's your first interview. After we leave the building, Yuna whirls to face me.
What? A hypocrite! How can his company promote taking risks when he won't take any himself? I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's okay. It was a long shot anyway. Even though we didn't get the sponsorship, I still appreciate how you help. I still appreciate you helping me out.
Don't give up just yet. I will get you a sponsor.
Oh, I have no doubt of that. I'm not sure how far positive thinking will get us. Not leaving less of the imagination might work out in our favor. And let's be realistic. No, leaving less to the imagination might work out in our favor. I like that one. We should show off more of our assets next time.
I doubt that would work.
That's not the reaction I expected. I've never seen her so serious before. I'm not sure what else we can try. Without waiting for me to answer, she hops into the back of my bike. I get on after her and start the engine. I wonder if there's anything I could have said that was better. Yuna is quiet the entire ride back to campus. When we arrive, she gives me a hurried goodbye and rushes off, leaving me wondering what she has planned. Okay, I hope I didn't mess something up there. Well, sitting here and stewing on my thoughts isn't productive. I have some time before I need to go home. Maybe someone will be free. Sadly, probably not Yuna. Oh man, I hope I didn't mess up that end. I'm in a happier mood when I ride home. Hey guys, I'm home.
You can't just decide that without telling
Uh-oh.
me.
What? Uncle Kato's voice stops me. I can see him pacing back and forth in the kitchen.
So cut it short. This is the opening day of my new restaurant. They'll expect me to be there, and they'll expect you there too.
As I get closer to the kitchen, I can hear a woman's voice on the other end of the line.
I really don't care. Part of our arrangement was that we'd consult each other before making a decision, and you didn't. So how you're supposed to be in two places at once really isn't my problem.
Oof. A flurry of muffled words on the line has Kato frowning deeper and deeper.
Don't forget, we are still married.
Ooh.
We promised to do whatever it took to make sure nothing interfered with our careers. Well, if you don't show up, then that will certainly interfere with my career.
Oh boy. Married? Is he talking about Aunt Yuki? There's a pause. I think I hear her say, "I'll see what I can do," and hung up. Uncle Kato slams the phone into the table and then falls into a chair and holds his head in his hands. Hey, Uncle Kato. He glances up and gives me a weak smile.
You're back. How was school today?
Good. I sit beside him. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I heard you talking to Aunt Yuki just now. He looked a little uneasy, but waits for me to finish. What did you mean by still married? Isn't Aunt Yuki just away on business?
Sort of.
Oh boy. Kato sighs wearily and rubs his temples.
I suppose you're old enough to know the truth. Your aunt and I are separated. We have been for the last 6 months.
Been there. Not me being separated, but my parents. The last 6 months? But aren't you divorced?
No.
How come we didn't know? We're your family.
We had to keep it quiet. Divorce is viewed differently here in Japan. It's not as common as in the States, and Yuki and I don't want our personal issues to interfere with our careers.
Oh, interesting. I remember the stories Mom told me about how difficult it was when she and Dad first got married. She couldn't have stayed in Japan even if she'd wanted to. If the two of you are just separated, does that mean that Yuki is here in Asokaz?
Yes.
I get it. I mean, I don't really necessarily agree, but I get it. I know Japan has stricter rules and family and what's proper, so I don't blame you for keeping this a secret from us. Kato grins her relief.
You don't know how much that means to me, kid.
Are you gonna tell Nikki? He thinks before responding.
Yes, I will.
Do you think she'll be angry you lied? Nikki's always been more sensitive than I. He shrugs.
Maybe. But I think she's mature enough to understand why we did it.
I would guess so. Yeah, it must be pretty exhausting hiding it from everyone.
It has been.
What did Aunt Yuki say when you told her we were living with you?
Well, about
Oh,
that...
great. He hasn't told her that either. Just a tiny detail. Kato trails off and refuses to meet my eyes. She doesn't know we're here.
No.
Were you planning on telling her?
Of course. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Uh-huh. Right. I nod. Uncle Kato doesn't share anymore, but I can't stop myself from asking. Since we're talking about it now, what happened between you two? He sighs.
Yuki was ready to have kids, and I wasn't. We discussed the possibility of having children when we first got married, and I kept pushing it back. I wanted to focus on my career, and for a while, so did she.
It's crazy to me how often that one detail gets in the way. You can see happy couples who have different religions, different backgrounds, different races, and it can be perfectly happy. And that when it comes to children, it's such a big topic. And I as a father, I can kind of say why. I mean, my boys changed my life, and it's been for the better. It's been made my life crazy, but it's been good. But however, I don't know, it's such a fundamental choice. You both have to be on board for it. And I don't know. That's definitely one of those things where, if you're not on the same page, it really is going to be quite a strain on your relationship. I mean, phew, I've seen it. I've seen it tear people apart before.
But you know how women are. At some point, their biological clock starts ticking. She didn't want to wait anymore.
Dang. But you still weren't ready.
No. After that huge argument, we started to drive each other crazy. I became acutely aware of all those small things Yuki did that I hated. We fought all the time, and at some point, we agreed that this wasn't working anymore.
Dang.
And that's how it's been for the last 6 months until we can figure out a more permanent solution.
Right. Huh. It's kind of funny that even though you thought you weren't ready for kids, you end up with them anyway. He grins.
You guys don't count. You practically take care of yourselves. I'm just here to provide the roof.
Yeah. Gee, thanks. Maybe it's a good thing you don't have kids. He laughs. So what was this phone call tonight about? Kato turns solemn again.
Part of our agreement for our separation was that we will both do whatever it takes to keep up the pretense of marriage when it involves our careers.
Yeah. Oh, why not?
She's going on some sort of retreat with her girlfriend. Normally we consult with each other before booking any trips to prevent something like this from happening. But this time she didn't. I really need her there.
You can't a girl? Let's not think about that too deeply. I don't know. I don't know if she'll be there or not, but you know what? we'll have to see. But I like to have hope. I like to have hope that even a crap situation can work out, you know? That you can at least have a resolution come in the right time. Don't worry, Ayuki won't let you down.
I'm not so sure.
Sounds like you two had an amicable separation. Wow. How cold.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you got nothing to worry about. She'll be there.
How can you be so sure?
Because she so cares for you and wouldn't want to hurt you. Kato grins.
Who knew you were such a romantic?
What? No. I wrestle bears and stuff. That's awesome. Bear wrestler. He laughs.
I'm just teasing. Seriously. Thanks.
Uncle Kato glances at the clock and stands.
I didn't realize how late it's gotten. I have an early start tomorrow.
Don't you always have an early start? You get up before I do.
True, but I have an even earlier start than usual.
Oh boy. Ick. Perfect response. Ick. Alright. We say goodnight and Kato heads upstairs. I go into the living room and turn on the TV. Nikki. After watching my shows in the news, I turn in for the night. Wait. So is Nikki already home? Or did she not come home? I wake up, yawn, another day, another class. As if on autopilot, I get dressed, go through my morning routine. Then I hop on my bike and drive to school. Again, no Nikki. What the heck? When I arrive, I head straight for class and wait for the professor. He arrives promptly and begins class.
Good morning. Today we'll be discussing the differences between military grenade weaponry and those used in recreational matches.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I want to learn! I want to learn! Actually, do. I mean, I already know this, but come on. You can always learn something new. That's why you can reread books and stuff. This should be interesting stuff. Focus on the professor's lecture.
The fundamental difference between the two is that military grenade weaponry are configured for energy output, which can cause lethal damage.
Right.
Recreational weaponry is closely regulated so it can't actually destroy the gear frame.
Okay, so
Since
it's more
the
like a
shields on the gear
concussion.
get the brunt of the damage, we consider a depowered gear in recreational matches as destroyed.
Yeah.
What if someone brought in an unregulated weapon for a match?
Before every match, the equipment of each gear is checked and double-checked to ensure the energy output is within proper parameters.
Something tells me there might be an exception. That would be horrible. Kind of like in Knight's Tale, the end of the end fight, where he's got like the ceramic tips that shatter and there's the point beneath them, so he can purposely wound.
What about the qualifier matches? There was a gear that did some energy output override thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's one. The class looks at me. Yeah, perfect.
During that specific qualifier match, the gear's energy core is what surged with additional power, not his weapons. Although, I must admit, I've never seen a core do that before. Hopefully this young man can enlighten us on how he did it.
See, this is why we should have figured it out. Why are you talking about my core? I want to find out my secret. I don't know if I'd want to tell people I didn't know how I did it. I thought this lesson was about military versus recreational weaponry. Why are we talking about me? The class looks disappointed. However, the teacher nods.
Of course, we shouldn't get distracted. Let's get back to the lesson on
Perfect.
hand.
Sorry guys, I'm not going to spill my secrets just because you ask. He returns to his lecture, especially because I don't know the answer. Oh boy. Okay. Once class ends, I hurry out of the room. My phone is already in my hand by the time we get outside. Let's see if anyone's free. Come on, Yuna. Yes! Yuna! I want to spend some time with Yuna. I'm on my way to grab something to eat when I pass the campus bookstore. I have a lot of CINY swag at home, but I don't have anything from Ace yet. It wouldn't hurt to take a look around, see what they have. Get a nice flag or something. Plus, remembering how impressed Nikki's friends were when they found out I went to Ace, I bet Nikki would love to have some Ace Academy swag. Swag, so I don't know, that's almost like old. I walk in. The cashier's counters are right by the entrance. Hey, wait a second, we've seen this counter before. I see what you're doing there. But hey, come on, realistically, they can't just not reuse some assets. I mean, they put so much energy into the script, into the characters. I mean, it's fine, but it's funny. As I go further inside, I can turn either into the clothing section or the book section. Okay, well, normally I'd go for books, but if we're gonna get something for Nikki, clothing. There are racks of t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, etc., all in different sizes with the Ace Academy school name and logo on them. There are even Ace Academy baby clothes. Oh. I guess that's not surprising. It's college. I browsed the t-shirt section and I spot one I like. It's got the Ace logo in the center and teal stripes around the edges, kind of like our uniforms. Next, I check the hoodies and check out the hoodies and I immediately spot the perfect one for Nikki. It's pink and has the Ace logo in the top corner. I grab the hoodie for Nikki and the t-shirt for me, then I stand in line at the checkout. I'm zoning out while waiting for my turn in line when a familiar voice interrupts me. Yay!
Hey there.
Aww. There she is. I spin around to see Yuna's smiling face standing in line behind me. She glances at my items and she holds back a laugh.
That's a pretty hoodie you have there.
Oh gosh. She's holding the same one. Ooh, nice.
But I think you might need a bigger size.
Definitely. I laugh and Yuna lets out a giggle. No, this isn't for me. It's for my sister. I hold up the item I bought for myself. This is for me.
Oh, well, I think she'll like it. Is your sister younger than you?
Yeah, she's in her last year of high school.
It seems like you two are close.
Really? What makes you say that?
Well, teenagers usually go through a phase where they fight with their sibling all the time. But since you're buying her a gift, it seems like you two must get along.
Okay. So, is it just me? It seems like she's talking like she's, learned about siblings, but never actually experienced having a sibling. So I'm going to guess that she's a single child. You know, just throw it out there. Yeah, we do. Yuna smiles warmly.
That must be really nice.
Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah. How about you? Do you have any siblings? Huh. Okay. Yuna hesitates and shifts her items from one hand to the other. Finally, she shakes her head.
No.
She breaks eye contact and looks down. That's weird. It feels like there's something she's not telling me. I mean, I want to know. Obviously, it's something in her life, and we're friends. But I don't know. This seems different. I mean, it's like riding the bike was more about pretenses, like come on, it'll be fine. It's okay. I approve. You know, she didn't know where her where the boundaries were. That's kind of a little different though. This is her. Ugh, I really want to know. Maybe, I don't know. We haven't really, we've been enjoying each other's company, but it's not like we're dating or anything. So maybe it's a little early to ask about it. But, I don't want to miss an opportunity. But you know what? Let's not. Let's not for now. And see if we can bring it up later. Maybe it'll come out organically or something. But here goes. Don't ask her. Yuna seems really uncomfortable by this topic. I shouldn't force her to talk about it. Okay? I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about this. She gives me a grateful smile. Okay, I think we did good.
It's okay.
Good. Glad to get her hands. I see she's carrying the book Hamlet. To be or not to be? That is the question. Wait, am I going to be or not to be? Is that? I don't think that's how it's spelled in Shakespeare. Is it? Old English, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. That's to bumblebee or not to bumblebee. And that doesn't sound quite like Shakespeare intended.
Huh?
Your book. She glances at her hands and chuckles.
Oh, right. It's for one of my classes.
Ah, yeah. I bought the e-version of my texts. Yuna nods.
I did too for most of them. But I find it's easier for me to take notes when I have a physical copy of the text in front of me.
Oh, agreed. Wholeheartedly. I love being able to write notes in my books. And, you can't do that if you don't buy the book. She opens the book and flips through it. Hey, that's in English! She blinks at me. Ooh, fun. I keep forgetting that I'm technically in Japan, so I've been speaking Japanese the whole time.
Yeah, it's for my English literature class.
I switched to speaking English. I didn't know you can speak English.
Not very well.
It's so absurd. It's funny because we've been hearing English the whole time, and then to have her say it in all broken English, it's really funny. Aww, it's kind of cute. Oh, the English is real. The English is real.
Hey, Master. I am mad scientist. It's so cool. Son of a bitch.
She answers in English. Her accent is good, but she speaks with the confidence of someone who's not used to conversing with a native speaker. Yeah, I guess so. I switched back to Japanese to make her more comfortable. It seems pretty good to me.
Thanks,
Yeah,
but I know
that was
I still
awesome.
have a lot to work on.
Aw, yeah, well, I can help you anytime. Well, if you ever want to practice, I'll be happy to help.
Okay, thanks.
Aw, yeah. Whew. That felt good. Next in line. Okay, I think we did the right thing. Whew. Dodged a bullet there. That's me. We'll catch up next time, okay? She smiles.
Of course.
Aw, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. I go to the counter, pay for my items. Then I wave goodbye to Yuna as I head out of the store. Okay, so we gotta be careful. It seems like with personal issues, don't push too hard. Let her talk about it on her own. However, when it comes to doing adventures, let's make sure we get her on the bike as we're careful with that. That could be taken the wrong way. I'm in the campus gym finishing up my workout. Okay. When I return to my locker, there's a missed text from Kaori. Alright. Emergency meeting. Meet now in the hangar. Oh boy, that sounds great. Wonder what this is gonna be about. Jeez, all caps. Better get going. Oh boy. Yeah, this doesn't look good. But we'll have to wait till next time to figure out. And we're gonna have to see what this emergency is all about. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for letting me share this with you. It's been a great adventure so far, and I can't wait to continue the game. Thank you so much for being here, and until the next thing you watch, or whatever you happen to see me in next, I'll see you there.